Hey guys, welcome to my next Let's Play. It's Legend of Grimrock on the PC, and this is one hell of an awesome game. This is the character generation screen, where you can deck out your characters and all sorts of points if you want, and you can name them. Otherwise you can just use the ones that the game has picked out for you, but that's boring. And this takes a little while, so I just wanted to start recording like right whenever I have it all set up, so I can go right to the game. The traits, I always like to use skill because that gives you more skill points to actually use. So let's go to the game. Welcome to Mount Grimrock. This is an incredible game, and it's a very overlooked gem. I'm pretty sure this game's not well known. It might be. I don't know. But it's like a dungeon crawler. It's got some RPG elements like gaining levels, experience, but it's not really an RPG. It's just a pretty sweet game. I don't know, it just speaks to me. And right off the bat, did you see what I did? I hit a loose rock in the wall, and it opened a secret up. And there, we found lurker boots, which increases invasion by 5 whole points. So, secrets are worth it. And I've named my characters, and that is me, Flare 7. And I use that guy because of the red tunic he has, or whatever it is. The one to the right, the lizard man, is Blatty. Down there to the left, we have Roggy, is the insectoid magician, and the other insectoid magician is Snake. And why those names? Well, first there's me, but then the other 3 are 3 really good friends I know. Well, one's my brother. But they're people that I know off YouTube, and they always comment on my videos. Good friends, so I decided to include them. And actually, I wanted to do this a while ago, but I did not have the necessary equipment to record PC games. So it was never meant to be. So instead I went and let's play Super Mario Galaxy. So that's how long ago that was that I had this Let's Play planned. Now I am so happy to finally be able to bring you this. I hope you enjoy. And we just picked up a rock there. And you might be thinking, oh, a rock can't be that useful, right? Well, just you wait and see. And yes, I had those names actually picked out before, whenever I tried to record it in the past. That was like a year ago at least. But anyway, back to the game. This is called, In the Dark. I'm pretty sure. It says loose rock there on the wall, and the first time I got here I got really confused by that. I couldn't figure out what the hell to do. And you just find a loose rock on the wall. And they're scattered throughout this game. Oh my, yeah. As soon as you turn a corner, and it's like, yep, there it is. There's your first enemy. Get close to him, and he's gonna start coming after you. This game, you do not want to just stand there and blindly hit your enemy. You will die, even with an easy thing like this. Even though the snail is massive, it's not that dangerous. You want to just hit and retreat. You never want to be facing the monster. Because if you're not facing the monster, it's not going to be able to hit you. So, yeah, if you hit that icon on the left, that's the fire spell. And so I learned Fire Burst. And that costs some of that blue meter, which is your magic meter. And it always keeps refilling, though. So that's good. And there are 3 classes. There's the fighter, the rogue, and the magician. And the top 2 are fighters, and the bottom 2 are magicians. And you want to put the magicians, obviously, in the back row, so they don't take as much damage when hit. And they might be a bit more evasive, too. The ones in the front will take the brunt of the attacks. They're your powerhouses. The guys in the back, though, they can hit with very damaging magical spells. And it's very useful, way more useful than a rogue ever could be, in my opinion. That's how I play. 2 magicians in the back row, and I had them both start using different spells just to mix things up. Like, Roggy can use fire, and Snake can use shock to start. Get enough skill points to make sure that you can at least learn these spells right off the bat. And enemies will drop food, and you have to keep your warriors fed, which is an interesting thing in this game. It's that green meter whenever you click on one of their portraits. You do not want to let that green meter get dangerously low to the yellow, or else your attacks will not do as much damage. I love those snails. They're so cute. They look so harmless too, even though they're gigantic. Yeah, they're not that dangerous. Obviously, you get experience for destroying an enemy. So yeah, that's this game so far. It is extremely easy to get lost. Yep, tap that or press tab and you can view your map. There's more different kind of food. Some are more pleasing than others. And some don't refill your meter as much. Okay, so now here's a puzzle. So we need to make something fly, so why don't we make a rock fly? Yeah, so throw it. It'll weigh down that switch and it will... Yeah. Oh wow. Totally forgot to keep that weight down. And so if you fail, it actually says, you can't fly, what can? And they're not always going to help you like that. This is like one of the first puzzles in the game, so they're being nice to you. But trust me, they're going to start being pretty mean. But we needed that key to continue. Oh, whoa, what is that? That's pretty spooky, eh? Well, we're just gonna go away, but... let's go to this next area. And this part is pretty cool, because if you flip this switch, it opens this floor plate. Or the trap door will open. So, what we want to do is we want to unleash that. We want to open that cage to make those snails go out. First, we're just gonna get a save going. There's an autosave function. You can save yourself. And there's other ways to save the game, as I'll show later. Okay, so here he is. Wait till he gets over it. And voila. Here he goes. And sure, you don't get the experience points, but it's nice to be able to not fight everything you see, right? Alright, so we need to weigh both of those down to open that cage. Come on, snails, let's go. God, snails are so slow. Move that muscular foot. Boom. I don't know, I just think this game's amazing. It just, like I said, it just speaks to me. It was one of those games where I just come in and see my brother playing it, and I'm like, hey, this is pretty cool. I think I'll watch this for a while. This game reminds me of a 3D Hero Quest. Hero Quest was a board game, and you had like you had 4 characters. Yeah, hold on. I dropped down anyway because I want experience. And I actually dropped on the snail, killing it in one hit, and got the experience from it. And yeah, and we're learning a valuable lesson here. And it's the #1 most important lesson in this entire game. Do not let your enemies corner you. These are the easiest enemies in the game, and one of my guys in the back row died. But yeah, Hero Quest was really cool. You had pieces, fight different enemies, use spells, roll dice. It just really reminds me of this game. There were traps to trigger. Yeah, you should look it up. The board game Hero Quest, it does really resemble this game. And that's what I thought of when I first laid eyes on this. Man, that was dangerous, jeez. And there goes Roggy. I am really sorry about that. And there's different article of clothing. There's the inventory screen. Make your characters get more defense by putting different articles of clothing on. And you can take off that clothing and put it on other characters. And your characters can only hold a certain amount of items until, like the load limit there. It shows on the bottom right of the portrait square. Well, the main inventory square. If that exceeds a certain amount, you will be walking slower. There's a portal. It'll take me somewhere. Yeah, so how are we going to get him back? Surely he's not gone for good, right? Okay, we're going to finally move on beyond this room packed with snails. And we find a blue gem. So now I got to figure out how to open this gate back up. I thought it needed 2 things to open the gate, but it doesn't appear to be working. We're just going to store that with him. We're going to lay our cudgel down, which is a weapon we found at the very start of the game. Man, what the hell? Okay. I was gonna say, there's no way they'd let you get stuck. I really felt like a prisoner in here. We're gonna lay it right there so we can grab it like that. Just always lay items like at the very edge of... Whoa. Always lay items at the very edge of floor plates. The game also kind of reminds me of Gauntlet because you got 4 characters. So it's like, welcome, Red Warrior. Welcome, Blue Magician. Kind of like that. I don't know. So, I did not mention that I am playing this on normal, which is out of 3 possible difficulties. And the only difference is the enemy aggressiveness. They move faster, they do more damage, I think. But normal's plenty dangerous, as you've just seen, when I fell into that pit. like a moron. I did it on purpose, though, but it was worth it. They're not that dangerous. So, yeah, you gotta place the gems in this thing. And I need one more. So it says heal my sight, so I'm supposing that I need another gem to put in another eye socket. So let's see what we have over here. Oh my. Whoa, what is that thing? That is a herder. It's like a monster with a mushroom cap. I think he's weak against fire, but I'm not so sure. I don't know if they do that in this game, actually. But you can do critical hits. Ooh, we are running out of light from our torch. So it's going to get very dark. Not a problem, we've got another torch right there. So we're just gonna toss that thing. I mean, you can toss even like food items like really far away, it doesn't even matter. You can actually hit enemies with thrown things, even if you throw a sock at somebody. Doesn't that blue gem kind of look a little bit creepy in the dark? Eh, it's not real dark here. Well, I do have a torch, duh. And they drop their respective food item, which is a herder cap. So I guess that's some kind of slimy mushroom, and there's another mushroom. I guess all the mushrooms are pretty good to eat in this place, but I guess if you were stuck here and you were starving, you eat just about anything. I don't know if I mentioned it, but if your green food meter goes down, your guy would do less damage to enemies. He might even take more damage, but I'm not 100% sure on that, so keep your guys fed. This stage isn't too difficult. It pales in comparison to the other ones. But there's actually an achievement that's rather difficult, and it's Dungeon Runner, and it's to finish this stage in less than 4 minutes, starting from a new game. And it is one of the 2 achievements I've never gotten. It's just really, really difficult. And you actually have to, like, keep rotating the characters so their turns will come up faster. You can actually do that by holding on the square right there and, like, moving it to where you want it. And you can keep hitting enemies really fast, but it's pretty tedious. Because you're at a low level, you can't do a tremendous amount of damage. Otherwise, it would be like extremely easy to do. Dead end? There's gotta be something. Okay, so tar bead is a very important item, and you will see why later. And there is the gem I need, and there's the lever I need to hit. And that switch is probably... Oh, it's a secret. Doo-doo-doo. I love that secret sound. It really sounds rewarding, like, you did a good job. You found a secret. And there's another important item, a cave nettle. You'll see what those do a little bit later. We have 2 gems now, so we should be able to open this door. Now we have healed your sight. Yep. Oh my. And that is a perfect introduction to a new enemy. The Armored Knight. And with that really sturdy, rusty shield, he seems pretty formidable, but he's not that hard. No enemy is really that difficult as long as you aren't facing them. You always move away. Because if you try to do it, you will die. Even on easy mode, you will be killed. Because enemies attack really fast. And if your energy bar is too low there, you'll be out of energy and won't be able to cast a spell. So can't keep using spells. They sure are powerful though. He dropped the spear and shield gives you more evasion. But you have to use it on one of the hands, so I'm gonna have to get rid of his torch and give it to somebody else, and I can just get rid of that dagger. He doesn't need to. Getting 2 doesn't give you 2 extra turns. And there's a spear, which is an interesting weapon. You can attack from the back. That's pretty good. So what's beyond this place? This is an iron door, and they're at the end, or they're in each stage. And there's special ways to open each one. And some of them are pretty hard to figure out how to open, but this is probably the easiest one. Probably. Askril says to always look for secrets. You never know what you'll find, and we found a secret switch on the wall, but it didn't seem to do anything. Ah, yes. And you definitely want to get inside these iron doors, because there's very good items inside, like the Whitewood Wand. It'll increase the magic. I think it might use more of the blue magic, it might not. The blue meter might decrease faster, I don't know, when you use something, but yeah, it's very important. That awesome thing is a save crystal. Saves your game, which is the final way to save your game, and also, and most importantly, it heals everyone to full health, and it even revives the dead. Oh my god. And you can do it an infinite amount of times. So okay, that was the first stage, guys. And the end of this first part. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. I will see you guys later.